The crisis in the Congress party has only deepened. Not only are they without a president currently, they're also likely to lose power in one of the 6 state governments where they currently hold power. Yes, the resort tourism politics of Karnataka MLAs has begun once more. 14 MLAs of the Congress and the JDS have resigned. In response, 30 ministers of the state government have resigned, paving way for rebel MLAs to become ministers and stay put. The naked power greed aside, the situation in Karnataka raises a few pertinent questions. Are the MLA resignations the latest in the series of Operation Kamala's attempts by the BJP in the state? Should the Congress be holding on so desperately to an alliance that seems doomed from the start? Just admit it's not working. Will both the Speaker of the Karnataka Assembly and the Governor of the state, who occupy constitutional positions, act in a completely unbiased manner as this crisis evolves? Before we move ahead, let's take a look at the latest coming in. The political drama in Karnataka has gripped the nation. After 10 Congress MLAs, 3 JDS MLAs and 1 independent MLA all resigned. The ministers of the coalition have given up their positions and resigned from the cabinet as well. This move is seen as a last-ditch effort to placate the 14 rebel MLAs. While the Congress-JDS combine is accusing the BJP of trying to stage a coup, the Saffron Party has denied any role in the crisis. All eyes now are on the governor, who is yet to take a decision.
कर्नाटक में इस समय जो कुछ भी हो रहा है उससे हमारी पार्टी का कोई लेना देना नहीं है.
Those who are eligible, those who are unhappy, we are going to accommodate them.
We'll sort it out, this issue. I have confidence that things will cool down.
Congress leader Siddaramaiah has accused the BJP of trying to destabilize the government 6 times in the last 1 year. While the rebel MLAs are cooling their heels in a fancy resort in Goa, instability is looming large over the southern state. The drama may be different this time, but the script is always the same. Crores on offer to muster enough support to cross the halfway mark comfortably. The BJP has 105 MLAs and the halfway mark is 113. This has come down after the rebel MLAs have quit. The question now arises, has the time come for reforms in the anti-defection law? All right, speaking with me today on the current crisis in Karnataka now, Vineet Goenka of the BJP, Tejas Mehta, political commentator, Professor Chandan Gowda from the Azim Premji University, and Hassan Rizvi, political analyst. Welcome to all of you and thank you for speaking with us today. Vineet Goenka, since you're the only politician technically on my panel, let me begin by asking you, is this Operation Kamala, I've also lost count of how many times this attempt has been made, but is it the latest in the Operation Kamala series to try and topple over the government and for the BJP to form the next government in Karnataka?
I would remind you about the strip which you played a few seconds back, what Rajnath ji said, and that is the position, and that is truth, that is the fact. Bharatiya Janata Party or Bharatiya Janata Party's any member has no role in what is the thinking going on in the mind of the people who dislike or have not adhered to the dictates of Congress or JDS. Those who have their own wishes or wills against the Chief Minister, you will have to probably ask them. We are just watching it and I am happy things are moving towards a certain direction.
Well, I think the reason, Mr. Goenka, why that question is being asked of the BJP as well is because of the statements coming from B.S. Yediyurappa, where he seems keen to form the next government at the earliest, has been asking for the resignation of the current Chief Minister, and it almost gives the impression that he is waiting in the wings.
No, when you, in a house of 225, the numbers which we are having are 105. If these rebels have resigned, if these people who do not want to continue with JDS and Congress, if you take the tally, we are in majority. So the request is very simple and which is also constitutional to ask for a floor test. And I think the governor should consider this.
Okay. Let me go to Hassan Rizvi. Hassan Rizvi, what's your take on the situation currently? Now we know that this partnership between the JDS and the Congress has been doomed right from the start. The Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy has come and said several times that he is unhappy. Is that what we're seeing manifested with this spate of resignations?
Tamanna, I tell you, I mean, no one can deny, irrespective of their political affiliation, that what is happening in Karnataka is the outcome of any coalition politics. We have seen in 1977 when all the different political parties having very ideological, sharp differences amongst themselves came together and formed the Janata Party government. And after that we have seen a lot of coalition politics, coalition government at the central level, at the state level. So there is nothing new about it. But what I can try to locate the present scenario from the 2019 general election, I am really amazed to see when the 2019 general election happened after 2014 and Bharatiya Janata Party under new dispensation emerged as a like a towering force, I mean a force which no one can reckon with, a force which almost dismantle,
Yes.
including Congress party, all the regional parties and all. From that angle, if you look at it, if BJP under new garb in new dispensation act like as a typical BJP which was before 2014, or for that matter any other political party, it's a really shame on part of the Bharatiya Janata
But
Party.
what's your point,
Because
Mr.
Bharatiya
Rizvi?
Janata Party used
What's
to,
your point? What can you say
Bharatiya
your point more
the
clearly? Act like what?
I tell you, because Bharatiya Janata Party has been claiming in 2019 that we are working on a completely irrespective of the region or religion or caste or horse trading or etc., because this was the presidential election. Now the Bharatiya Janata Party is behaving typically as a like fixer, I mean fixing the match. It's like that
But they're claiming
the
they've not done
chopper
it.
which was used, the
They're
aeroplane.
claiming they've not done it. They're claiming they've nothing to do with it. People
They
don't
have
like
done
the
it because
government.
there is a evidence. Tamanna, there is an evidence because the all 13 MLAs were flown by the Bharatiya Janata Party
Okay.
member of parliament plane, and secondly when they have gone to Goa, who have sponsored their trip, and we all know what is happening deliberately by the Bharatiya Janata Party at the local level and backed by the irrespective what Mr. Rajnath Singh has said. So it's a shame. Obviously no one can deny that the first Congress should make their house in order, which is not
Vineet
happening. We
Goenka, I
cannot
just wanted
deny
to
that
respond.
because the
One
central.
minute. Mr. Rizvi, 1 minute. Mr. Vineet Goenka, I just wanted you to respond to the two allegations that Hassan Rizvi has made over here. He's come as a political analyst, but clearly you are taking the position that the Congress and the JDS currently are on this panel. We should make that clear to our viewers as well. He is saying that the plane that these rebel MLAs were flown in, the craft was sponsored by the BJP. The trip to Goa has been sponsored by the BJP. What's your response, Mr. Goenka?
I know, Tamanna ji, my request to Hassan ji would be to use a better language. Does not suit him, neither suits your channel. So he can, he can actually speak all the things in a better language. Anyway, let me tell you, at least I don't have any information or I don't
Please
have any
tell me
access
which language
where
did I use
anybody
which
from
offended
Bharatiya
you?
Party is in touch with
Please
anybody
tell me
of
which
this.
language
Or
I
this
used.
has
One
got
minute,
to-
Mr.
offended
Rizvi,
you.
you will get your chance. You will get your chance. We'll speak one by one, please. Yes. Yes, please continue, Mr. Goenka.
Mr. Rizvi, please allow me to complete my sentence, please. You are a good person. Yeah. So I think, we will have to understand the Chief Minister operates out of 5-star hotels, does not go to office. He denies meeting the MLAs there. You have seen the way Chief Minister has cried in the public, said he was pressurized by Congress, he is unhappy from Congress. You have also seen the way Chief Minister has threatened sitting in the bus that you have voted for Modi, so I will not work for you. We also have seen on media channels where Chief Minister on his phone is instructing police to shoot somebody. The Chief Minister is acting emotional, does not have control over his things. He visits overseas more than his own state.
Okay.
He is not working for that. The MLAs are unhappy. If his own MLAs are unhappy, they want to rebel against him. What do you or I have any role to play in that?
Okay.
Siddharamaya ji
okay.
has to answer
Let me-
why he was so pressurized. Siddharamaya has to answer why did the Chief Minister cry in a press conference?
No, so they're unhappy is known.
My question
it's
is
well
different.
known. It's are you
My
fishing
question-
in troubled waters is the other question. Let me get in the other two panelists in with their view and then we'll come back to you. Tejas Mehta, I mean, Vineet Goenka is presenting a picture that the BJP is innocent as driven snow, has nothing to do with this. Hassan Rizvi is taking a point of view that they're colluding and plotting and planning. The fact though is, and my question is, this partnership is not working. Since the Congress is going by the scorched earth policy, let's, start from scratch, maybe they should get out of this arrangement, which is clearly not working. Look at what's happened in the Lok Sabha elections as well in the state of Karnataka.
just now here in Bengaluru, a shift between Bombay and Bengaluru, and I've been here for the last about 1.5, 2 years. And in the past 1 year since this government has really formed, this JDS and the Congress government, there has been a complete policy paralysis because of lack of stability between in the government itself. As Vinit Goyal has been pointing out, yes, uh, the chief minister has been crying on camera several times, 4 times since I last counted, because he says he's exasperated with the way the Congress is really behaving. Now, there is truth in what both leaders are saying. Both panelists are saying here about the BJP and the Congress. Our Congress MLAs, disillusioned and unhappy. Where I am living just now, right nearby to my house, is a Congress MLA, former Congress MLA, if I can say that, Roshan Beg's house. Now he has, I believe, just also resigned from his post, and he's also no longer with the Congress party. Now even he has his problems with the Congress leadership. There are several issues. Let's look at all of them. First of all, you have Siddaramaiah, who has issues with the JDS, the Gowda family. Siddaramaiah was once in the JDS, and now he has moved out, and Siddaramaiah, in a sense, getting back at the Gowda family and the present chief minister. Then you have Mr. Ramalinga Reddy, who is the former home minister, and he has several MLAs who are backing him, and he has a grouse against the deputy chief minister, who is senior Congress leader, Parameswara. Then you have several of these, the basic on the ground combination and the chemistry of the JDS and the Congress party has not really worked. We saw what really happened in the election of 2019, which just went. Congress was completely wiped out. JDS completely wiped out. They only won 2 seats. Now that has really rankled both these parties, and now they are simply running. Now the question that Mr. Rizvi was raising regarding the BJP, is there a hand or not? Operation Kamala 1.0 was there, we all know that. Operation Kamala 2.0 was that, we all know that. But this is probably a result largely of the disintegrating alliance or so-called alliance which existed, and that's the result of why you're seeing MLAs running everywhere. Is BJP really? Let me just complete just 2 seconds. Is the BJP really interested? Certainly, they're interested, and naturally, they are the opposition. They would want to make the government. But I do have a question. The plane which is being talked about, is it being sponsored by the BJP? The allegation really is that the plane belongs to a company which is connected somehow to Congress BJP leader and MP Rajiv Chandrasekhar. Now he has tweeted and said that yes, this plane is connected somehow. But in the past too, Congress MLAs and ministers have hired his own plane. But there have been several photographs of Yediyurappa's PA, Mr. Santosh, who is on this plane. Now that makes it somehow fishy, that somehow the BJP is, trying to, get all these rebel MLAs together. So
look.
BJP is involved.
And Goa sponsorship also, a sponsorship for Goa trip also.
No, so 1 minute, Hassan Rizvi. The fact is that this is an aggressive, competitive political party. The fact is that the JDS Congress government is in shambles and ripe for the picking. The other question could be, which I will take to Chandan Gowda before Vinit Goenka answers, is that should the BJP, with the kind of political power and popularity it currently enjoys, be entertaining MLAs who will jump ship whenever the opportunity arises, who go where their bread is buttered, who don't care what they've been voted for, but just want to be in power one way or the other? They should be shunned actually by all political parties, isn't it, Mr. Gowda?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Ideally, yes, that would be the case. But here, political parties gain and profit and thrive on such MLAs who can be had for the taking. So that's, unfortunately, that's becoming a normal fact, and that ought not to become that. Second, I think I've been hearing the other people. It's true the coalition hasn't been able to arrive at a mature, consensual, sort of a smooth arrangement, but that inability to achieve that sort of a functioning hasn't been helped by continual attempts by the BJP to disrupt or destabilize the coalition. I mean, it's a dynamic situation. You can't examine one without the other. And I think the recent episode, I think it's quite naive on everyone's part here to look for hard evidence of involvement. The evidence is there for the taking, it's very clear. both the fact that Yediyurappa's personal secretary was escorting the independent MLA who's become a minister into the chartered plane just this afternoon. And the Bombay, Maharashtra's chief minister is supposed to be involved in offering hotel accommodations. I don't know. These are all, news feeds that I've been encountering. But be that as it may, it's not as if the BJP is saying it's unfortunate it's happening, right? I mean, it is saying, let's see what happens if they fall where we're waiting to form the government, etc. That shows a certain keenness in how this thing comes apart.
Okay.
But that said, the recent, the developments in the evening where the 22 ministers have resigned, I think opens up a radical scope for accommodating disgruntled MLAs, and I think maybe there will be a kind of stability in the coming months. But we should see. I think this is really, a coalition between two partners who are fighting each other in southern Karnataka for decades is actually a difficult thing to pull off. So this was to be expected.
But
it's a question of time before some kind of a smooth functioning falls in place.
No, but if smooth functioning, I'm sorry to say, has to be lubricated by pots and pots of money. It's actually a shame. It's actually a shame. Tejas, you want to come in on that, and also on the aspect of, the number of ministers who have resigned. Then you will, accommodate the disgruntled rebel MLAs. Maybe these ministers after a few months will again be wooed by some other party and will want to resign. So this cycle will go on and on, won't it?
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, when I look at it, one of the independent MLAs, he was given a berth.
Which is why I think the ministership's out not to be a 5-year affair in a coalition. There could be a 2.5-year sharing arrangement.
Yeah, what is 1 minute, Mr. Gaura? Let Tejas finish his point. Yes.
Yeah, one of the independent MLAs was given a ministry in the Gowda cabinet just in June, and he has now once again resigned. And I mean, for what has he resigned to gain what? So I mean, this is going to be an endless struggle for power. And yes, every political party is doing it. The BJP at this point of time is better equipped, far more funded. But the Congress has done it in the past. The JDS has themselves, brought down a BJP government. But yes, the larger shame that they're talking about is about governance. I live here, and in the past 1 year, the water crisis has increased. There is a drought in Karnataka. The electricity crisis has increased. Then you also have garbage collection. Garbage is not collected for days. Dengue, I was just reading in the reports today of dengue being, the number of reports of dengue has increased in the past, several weeks. Now, why is this happening? Because the policy paralysis, because of a lack of stability, carries down to the last person in the government. And that's the crying shame at this point of time. I have seen in Maharashtra where the BJP and the Shiv Sena were, fighting constantly, but it did not go down to this level where they were trying to really, really tear each other apart.
No, but what you're saying, Tejas, if governance is that bad, then the ministers should quit, but they should quit because they've done a bad job. Yeah, Hassan Rizvi, very quickly, yes.
Tamanna, I almost agree with what Tejas Mehta has been telling, but I frankly don't agree if he's telling that because of the policy paralysis, these 13 MLA have come out from the government. Sorry,
no,
I mean, we cannot have any evidence across India. I tell you, none of the MLAs or MPs can leave the government because of the present government is not performing. Sorry, they are not so they are not having so morally high standard for themselves. Sorry, they cannot leave the government. They have left the government because the BJP has been orchestrating
that's not
since
the
the
point
day one.
Tejas
I
is
tell you,
making.
and
that's
I
not
have
the point Tejas is making, though, Hassan. That's not he's not saying they left because they felt bad. They did a rubbish job. No one believes that. Even Vinit Goenka, who's been smiling there throughout, doesn't believe it.
And no one is.
And it's.
Vinit, you have been putting on the most innocent smile.
It's also incorrect to say this policy paralysis.
1 minute. People know that it's not like the BJP has nothing to do with this. You must tell me, you must promise me one thing if that's what you continue to claim in this next answer. No, you must tell me one thing if that's what you continue to claim in this next answer. Do you promise that if this government falls, you already have 105, you will make none of these rebel MLAs a minister? You will not give them any berths. You will not accommodate them in any way if you form the government next. Do you promise that? Then I'm willing to believe you have nothing to do with what's going on right now.
Tamanna ji, on the lighter note, I'm the only politician on this panel who has been victimized and not been given chance to speak, and all the other so-called non-politicians are fighting more like a politician. But anyway, on the serious note, that's my lighter personal note. I'm sure my colleague, co-panelists will not mind. But you know, the problem is not that there is an alliance between two parties. See, there is an alliance between Shiv Sena and Bharatiya Janata Party. It is there for more than 3 decades. We have differences, we have disputes, we have something, but we sort it out because the alliance is from top down. The top bosses to the last gully karyakarta comes together to contest and to give governance. Whereas here, if you see, the alliance is between 2 families, Gowda family and a Gandhi family. Gowda family has come out because they want one son to become chief minister, another, nephew to become a member of parliament, grandson to become so and so. So when 2 families there, the karyakartas of that respective party. Let me complete, madam. I mean, she is listening very patiently.
Yes. No, Vineet, all I'm saying is...
आप बोल दीजिए, मैं चुप रहता हूँ, sir.
नहीं, Hassan Rizvi नहीं बोलेंगे. I'm asking you, Vineet, because I have very little time left, and you rightly said you're the only politician on this panel, which is why you have so far managed to...
Let me complete. I mean, listening to 35 minutes of non-politician this. So, let me just tell the people what is the truth.
Yeah.
If the 2 parties, can't it be Siddaramaiah ji who's orchestrated all this kind of thing? Because he may be thinking he is the 2nd largest in the state. Why should we listen to somebody who is crying every day in and out?
Yeah.
Isn't citizens of Karnataka deserving a state government?
They
Where
do.
is the state government? They are not talking about pollution. They are not talking about jobs. They are not talking about the roads.
But
They
Vineet
don't talk about the water problem. They are just fighting.
Do you promise then?
These
No,
gentlemen are
I
sitting in
asked you a
5-star
question.
and crying every day.
Absolutely. All agreed. But answer my question. Do you agree that if you have nothing to do with this...
and I don't have access to the question which you are talking about.
No, it will prove the point. You will not take any of these rebel MLAs.
The question which you are asking me, ma'am.
Please take their word. Please take his words.
No, he's saying he can't.
In a democracy, we are a political party.
Yeah.
Do you think that we will not go and stake our claim? Why should we not stake our claim?
No, you stake your
These
claim.
guys can't rule.
Don't make these for sale rebel MLAs ministers.
They should be asked question. Rather,
don't accommodate them.
Ma'am, you are asking a wrong person a wrong question. Rather, you should ask Siddaramaiah ji, why is he troubling the chief minister? You should ask the chief minister, why is he crying? Why is he threatening people? Why is he not giving governance?
I need to wrap up.
You should ask them, ma'am.
I need to wrap up.
See, other day I was in Constitutional Club and
I
Mrs. Gandhi also came there. Do you want to say that we both sat together?
No,
so the way somebody who is having a plane, can't he give us services to anybody?
No, okay, wait. Let me not get into that because there's no way for me to divine.
1 minute,
I will wrap this here. I will have to wrap this here and thank all of you and just end with saying...
have again all thanks to Bharatiya Janata Party.
Yeah, I will have to wrap this up by saying there's no way for me to divine who is making the right claim and why these MLAs have quit and what is going to happen next. But if you are claiming to be above board, then don't accommodate them. Don't accommodate them if they are going only where their bread is buttered. Thank you all for joining us this evening. I'm taking a very short break, but don't go away. Don't go away because after this break, if you're super rich, you'll want to see it. If you're not super rich, you'll still want to see it. Is a super rich tax fair? That's coming right up.